While Budapest dazzles visitors with its Art Nouveau architecture, thermal baths and ruined pubs, it's well worth taking a few day trips to get to know a bit more of Hungary. Whether you're into history, art, wine or nature, these easy day trips reached by bus, train, car, or even boat, offer attractions to rival the Hungarian capital, so pack your walking shoes and start exploring. 1. Szentendre. As you stroll along Szentendre's cobbled streets, with the tower of the 18th-century Blagovesztinska church peering above the wine-red and honeydew Baroque houses, it's easy to see why this has become Budapest's most popular day trip destination. Szentendre had a thriving Serbian community back in the 18th century, before it became better known as an artists' colony in the late 1920s. As such, the town is scattered with galleries, including the Margit Kovacs ceramic collection and Serbian ecclesiastical art collection. Further cultural thrills await at the open-air ethnographic, the study of different cultures, museum on the outskirts of town, and, perhaps more appealing still, the National Wine Museum, which traces the development of winemaking in Hungary, and offers tastings. Aim to avoid weekends in the summer when the town can get really busy. How to get to Szentendre. Szentendre is located to the north of Budapest, a 40-minute drive away. The town is also accessible by train on the H5 line from Batthyány Tér station in the center of Budapest, journey time, 40 minutes. From April to September boats also go up to Szentendre from Vigadó Tér, 1 hour and 30 minutes. 2. Gödöllő. Once the summer residence of Emperor Franz Joseph and his wife Elizabeth, aka Székely Gödöllő Royal Palace, in the small town of Gödöllő, carries all the hallmarks of Habsburg grandeur. This winged Baroque palace, accented with flecks of gold on the facade, houses a network of rooms decked out with walls of upholstered silk that match the drapes in burgundy, turquoise, indigo and lavender. Golden chandeliers drip from the stuccoed ceilings above velvet-covered chairs, Caucasian knotted carpets and painted ceramic stoves. The grounds stretch out into lawns surrounded by an arboretum of ordered trees, statues and botanical curiosities. Don't miss the Baroque theatre for an exclusive glimpse behind the scenes of a working 18th-century playhouse. How to get to Gödöllő. Gödöllő is located to the east of Budapest, 45 minutes away by car. Alternatively, take a direct train, 40 minutes, from Budapest's Budapest-Keleti station in the east of the city. 3. Eger Castle has gone down in legend as the bastion that held out against the Turkish invasion, but the relics of eventual Ottoman conquest, including the 40m high minaret and Turkish baths, still pepper Eger's Baroque streets. Apart from the legacy of the siege, Eger is known for its wine, most notably the bull's blood, believed by the Turks to have given the Hungarians superhuman power in battle. Today, you can try Eger's wine straight from the barrel in the Valley of Beautiful Women, Szépászony Völgyi Etvizs, on the outskirts of town, where you'll find wine cellars carved into the rock. If you have time, pay a visit to the city's historic Lyceum, with its wood-clad Baroque Archdiocesan library, and the great tower housing an astronomy museum filled with vintage instruments as well as a camera obscura overlooking the city. How to get to Eger. Eger is located northeast of Budapest, and takes 1 hour and 30 minutes to reach by car. Alternatively, trains run from Budapest's Budapest-Keleti station to Eger station, journey time, 1 hour and 50 minutes. 4. Esztergom. Around an hour and a half from Budapest, Esztergom is Hungary's most sacred city. The town's enormous basilica, sitting high above the town and Danube River, is a striking sight, rising out of what seems like nowhere in a rural stretch of country. But Esztergom's attraction goes beyond this iconic domed structure. There's a former royal palace, now a museum, to explore and, despite Esztergom being the seat of Roman Catholicism in Hungary for more than 1,000 years, the town is home to a 400-year-old mosque, also now a museum. Visitors can nosy around. There's also a handful of great cafes, some with courtyards, some in the cellars beneath the basilica, and a dusting of good hotels and campsites, should you wish to stay the night. How to get to Esztergom. Esztergom is located northwest of Budapest, and takes around 1 hour to reach by car. Direct trains also run to the town from Budapest Nyugati station, journey time, 1 hour and 5 minutes. 5. Balatonfurt. In summer, Lake Balaton, the largest in Central Europe, becomes the go-to destination for Budapest citizens. The elegant and historic resort of Balatonford is ideal for a taster, being only a couple of hours train ride away from the capital. The town was once frequented by artists, writers and scientists. You'll find the names of Balatonford's illustrious visitors inscribed on the placards embedded into the wall of the Pantheon, which overlooks Gyogi Tur, a leafy square with a natural spring at its center, dispensing slightly sulfuric, but drinkable, thermal water. Today it's still a popular resort loved for its lakeside promenade where you'll find yachts docked in the small marina with hazy views over to the Tihani Peninsula in the distance. Make sure you take a boat trip around the lake from the jetty. How to get to Balatonford? Balatonford is located to the southwest of Budapest, and takes 1 hour and 30 minutes to reach in the car. Alternatively, trains run from Kellenfold railway station in the south of Budapest to Lepseni, journey time, 1 hour, from where you can catch a direct bus to Balatonford, journey time, 1 hour. 6. Visegrad is a small town set on the tight curve of the Danube Bend. Its 13th-century citadel, rising above the town, is worth the intense hike up the rocky woodland path for the views over the bend in the river and the Borzoni Hills beyond. If hiking isn't your thing, you can also take the city bus taxi van service from the ferry pier up to the historic castle. Down in Visegrad town, go for a ramble around the romantic ruins of the Renaissance palace once belonging to King Matthias, a warmongering king who ruled Hungary in the 15th century, or learn all about how Hungary's famous palinka, fruit brandy, is made, and how it tastes. In Visegrad's small Palinka Museum. How to get to Visegrad? Visegrad is located to the north of Budapest, just over an hour away by car. While you can arrive by bus from Újpest-Vörösköpő, 1 hour and 15 minutes, it's much more romantic to travel by boat up the Danube Bend, 1 hour by hydrofoil, 3 hours and 20 minutes by boat, from April to September. Another option is to take the train from Budapest Nyugati station to Nagymaros Visegrad, 1 hour, and then the hourly ferry across the river.